All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're tackling a question that's really at the heart of all personal finance. How is it that some people build incredible wealth while others struggle, even when they seem to start from the exact same place? The answer? Well, it's not in spreadsheets or some secret stock tip. It's all about psychology. Let's get into it. I mean, have you ever actually seen this happen? You've got two colleagues, maybe they even started working on the same day, making the same exact money. You fast forward 20 years, and one of them is completely financially free, while the other is still living paycheck to paycheck. What is the hidden variable here? What's going on?
Just look at this outcome. This isn't a small gap, right? This is a life-changing chasm. One person ends their career with $1.5 million, the other with $50,000. And remember, their salaries were identical. This just proves that how much you earn, it isn't the deciding factor. So what is?
Well, it all comes down to what we call the 80-20 wealth code. This is the piece of the puzzle that nobody teaches you in school, but it makes all the difference in the real world. This is the secret ingredient behind that massive gap we just saw.
The entire secret, really, it boils down to this one number, 80%. Now think about all the financial advice you've ever heard. Budgeting apps, investment strategies, market analysis. Most of that stuff focuses on the other 20%. But this 80%, this is the part of the battle that actually determines who wins, and it's the part most of us completely ignore.
And here it is. 80% of financial success is pure psychology. The other 20%, that's just the mechanics, the how-to of budgeting or investing. What this really means is that your mindset, your emotional relationship with money, it's 4 times more important than knowing which stock to pick.
So if it's all about psychology, what does that actually look like in practice? Let's break down 5 really critical mindset differences that separate the wealthy from the average person. This is where all that theory becomes very, very real.
Okay, this first one is fundamental. Most people, what do? They get their paycheck, they pay bills, they spend on wants, and then they hope there's something left over to save. The wealthy mindset completely flips this on its head. They pay themselves first by investing, and then they live on whatever is left. It's a simple switch, but it literally guarantees their future is the priority.
And this is the why behind paying yourself first. The whole goal is to acquire assets, things that make you more money, like a dividend stock or a rental property. You see, assets feed you. On the other hand, liabilities, like a car payment or credit card debt, they eat you. The wealthy mindset is absolutely obsessed with building up that feeder column. This one is all about gratification. The average mindset craves that immediate hit, right? The new phone, the expensive dinner, the weekend trip, right now. The wealthy mindset, though, understands the incredible power of waiting, of sacrificing a small pleasure today for a massive reward tomorrow. It's a psychological muscle that they actually train.
It really comes down to a choice between 2 different types of pain. The discipline of saying no to that impulse buy, it feels like ounces. But the heavy, heavy weight of financial regret decades from now, yeah, that weighs tons. The wealthy understand that discipline is always the lighter burden to carry.
This third mindset shift is all about purpose. For a lot of us, money is emotional. It's for fun, it's for status, it's for comfort, it's meant to be spent. But for the wealthy, money is a tool. Each dollar is like a little worker you can send out to go and capture more dollars. It's a strategic resource, not just something to get rid of.
And this just puts it perfectly. When you're constantly chasing money just to cover your spending, it becomes your master. But when you treat your money like a tool and you put it to work for you through investing, it becomes your servant, tirelessly building your freedom in the background.
All right, let's talk about mindset number 4, which is all about risk. The average person's biggest financial fear is losing the money they have. And this leads to inaction, keeping cash in some low-yield savings account where it's actually losing value to inflation. The wealthy? They are far more afraid of what they'll miss out on, the growth, the compounding, the opportunities they didn't take.
This is really the core belief of a growth mindset.
In a world that is always changing, playing it safe is the surest way to fall behind. You see, calculated risk isn't just an option for building wealth, it's an absolute requirement.
So this final mindset shift, this is the ultimate endgame. Most people are stuck in a totally linear relationship. 1 hour of work equals 1 hour of pay. The wealthy are actively trying to break this link. They use their investments, their businesses to generate income that isn't tied to their time, and ultimately, they use that money to buy back their own freedom.
And this is why it's the ultimate goal. Time is the one truly finite resource we all have. The whole purpose of building wealth isn't just to have a giant pile of cash, it's to have control over your own time. And that is the definition of true freedom.
So we've seen the what, all these different mindsets, but what about the why? Why do we fall into these traps in the first place? To understand that, we need to look at the hidden psychological and even chemical forces that are influencing our financial decisions every single day.
A really key concept here is something called emotional spending. This is when you're not buying something because you need it, but because of how it makes you feel. It's buying a new outfit because you had a bad day, or upgrading your phone just to feel that little rush of excitement and status.
And these feelings are driven by some really powerful triggers. Stress makes us want comfort. Boredom makes us look for something new. That little add to cart button isn't just a button, it's a carefully designed trigger that can give our brain a hit of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. Marketers know this, and they exploit it very, very well. And of course, just seeing what everybody else has, it creates this powerful urge to keep up.
Look, understanding all of this isn't meant to make you feel bad about yourself. It's meant to empower you. Because once you understand the psychology behind it, you can take control. You can start to consciously rewrite your own money story. And it doesn't take winning the lottery. It starts right now.
So, how do you do it? It's really a simple 3-step process. First, just observe. Look at your habits, but without judging yourself. Second, redefine money's purpose for you. What is it? Is it a tool for freedom, for security, for travel? Get really specific. And third, just start small. Make one conscious choice today. Maybe it's making coffee at home, or maybe it's moving $20 into an investment account.
And that really brings us to the most important takeaway of all. The gap between your current financial reality and the one you dream of, it isn't built out of money. It's built out of your mindset. The bridge across that gap is forged by the stories you choose to believe about what money is for.
The power to change your financial future is truly in your hands, because it starts in your mind. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What new money story will you start telling yourself starting today? Thanks for joining us.